Hey all. So, like I said, didn't have enough footage from War 3 to bother uploading, but this is War 4 against Chaos, and I am using Hood yet again. This has actually been a relatively lighter season for me because, unlike in Defiance, when I think I had as many attackers ranked with the tactic almost as the rest of my battle group combined, I don't have a ton of the best ones this season. But luckily, one of the ones I do have is Hood, so I am able to make pretty good use of him in this war. He is obviously not the hardest Terrax counter. He doesn't actually bypass Rockfield or anything like that. But he has class advantage. He has power steel, and he is not metal, so that can allow him to be a little bit more aggressive against Terrax and have to worry about fewer specials. And just in general, he's a powerful champion who kills things very quickly. So this one is going okay, but I was definitely hoping Terrax would throw that special a little before this. We do get some willpower healing here, though, simply because we were able to use the tactic to get rid of the heal block very early on. That whole one of each clause in it is extremely helpful for fights like this. Anyway, used the special 2 to create some distance and finished it off. Moving on, our next fight is Spidey Supreme on Path 5 here with Titania. She is obviously going to give us more opportunities to intercept, but she's going to place a fair number of debuffs on our opponent, and this is the Sadist node, so those debuffs are going to cause him to hit harder. We don't really have to worry about literally anything in his kit, because his entire kit, defensively and offensively, is built around buffs on his opponent, to which Titania is immune. But if he decides to not be very nice, then the incredibly high boosted attack from Sadist, even reduced by inequity and weaknesses from Titania, could get us in some trouble while our haymakers are on cooldown. So that's the main thing to watch for here. You saw that first haymaker already went really well. We got him half down very quickly. That second special one did quite well as well. Here's where the problem starts, if I remember correctly. I guess after this special. So again, no Mystic Dispersion. But here's where he just decides to turtle up, and in hindsight, that one looked obvious, but I really thought he was going to block again or something. I don't know. He did everything about what he did right here confused me, and so I got smacked. Thankfully, only one fight with Titania, so not a whole lot of problems here. Note he did not come in for the intercept there. Haymakers made it safe to go for it, even after getting smacked. But it would have been nice to get that protection down. Could have maybe finished the fight there if we had, and had the Fury as well. Oh well, we're trying to not take any more risks and just close this out with one last set of haymakers. And there we... See, even then, he dashes back. Yeah, man, the last half of that fight, his AI was really trying to mess me up. But again, if you only have one fight with a champion, you just need to come out the other end of it. And you notice how I definitely got more cautious as we went. That kind of adjustment is very important. So we throw on an invulnerability boost for this Hulkling. I don't expect any real problems here, and honestly, against Hulkling, you're more likely to take damage on block than any other way. But just in case, I want to have that extra protection as we go for intercepts, because this guy can hit hard. But going pretty well so far. We are going to get a huge dose of Mystic Dispersion when those regens end, so I would really love him to throw this special too. There we go. Almost went red there. I probably should have just thrown the special too. I don't think I realized how many regens were coming up. But that's okay. Didn't quite go red. We have the Fate Seal up. Remember that Hulkling is immune to Power Steel, even against Mystics. Which is unfortunate, but it's much easier to block him when he can't gain Pierce, and we can just wait out his specials. Not a whole lot of threat to him once we've turned off his buffs. So that part's nice. We go invisible again, and I think the special 2 clinches it. Yep, there we go. So then on to yet another Mangog on 54. The war, I believe at this point, was very well done. But, you know, we don't take chances. Actually, I think, yep, there it is. Take almost a full combo. I remembered that right out of the gate. But that is why I power started. Because while I have done this fight, even against a rank 4, literally unboosted, and it's very safe with Reed, I really don't want to die in season. And so we went ahead and power started. I believe I have power backs on as well. And remember, the key to doing this fight with Reed is not the special 2s. Like, the special 2s are obviously helpful, but the way you die in this fight using Mr. Fantastic is you don't have a special banked when he goes into his rage mode. Because if you don't have a special banked when he goes unblockable and unstoppable, you can very easily die to basics. So right now we're trying to get this heavy in so that we can lock this. We now have a special banked, so we're cooling it. We're not worried about anything else. We get the special up there because we're close to the next one, and I figure that that's enough uptime on the stagger that will happen. So the stagger goes ahead, gets rid of the unstoppable and the unblockable, and because he still can do that on his next special, we throw another one to get the stagger up again, and see, we already have this special ready to go. This really is the key with Mangog. Even without power backs, even without power starts, often Reed will only have 2 copies of his debuffs, but the important thing is just, once he gets to 9, pivot your specials, and it's quite simple. Anyway, that was my war. Like I said, lighter load, but went pretty well. We almost got the donut here. We had one fight where somebody just forgot to use an invulnerability boost, and they felt very bad. But 49-1 is still awfully close. So I am feeling pretty good about Battle Group 3. The Alliance overall, I think, only dropped 6 deaths, which is in line with our goal. But we just need to keep improving. There are definitely things that we can clean up. And I will see you all in the next one. Until then, thanks so much for watching, and take care.